Welcome to the Northwest Sports Fanatics YouTube channel. I am your host, Orion. Got a great show for you here today between the San Diego Padres and the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes, so let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Friday, everyone. San Diego's very own Fernando Tatis Jr. And on the right, the best center fielder in the game, it's J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting San Diego Padres. Leading off for the Padres in center field, Jackson Merrill. Batting second, playing right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. Batting third, playing third base, Manny Machado. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, first baseman, Gavin Sheets. Batting fifth, playing shortstop for the Padres, Xander Bogaerts. Batting sixth, DHing today for San Diego, Miguel Andujar. Batting seventh, playing left field, Ramon Laureano. Batting eighth, playing shortstop for San Diego, Sung Moon Song. And batting ninth, catching today for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. And on the mound for the Padres with a 4-1 record, an ERA of 3.05. He's been good this year, Randy Vasquez. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at third base, it's Donnie Brendan Donovan. Batting second, playing center field, it's J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, playing first base, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Batting fifth, playing right field, Luke Raley. Batting sixth, playing shortstop for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. Batting seventh, DHing for Seattle, the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Batting eighth, playing second base for the Mariners, Cole Clutch Young. And batting ninth, catching today for Seattle, Johnny Pereda. And on the mound for the Mariners with an impressive 3-1 record, ERA of 3.21, it is Emerson Hancock. Now we know Emerson struggled a little bit in his last start versus the White Sox. We know the Padres swept us in San Diego for the first part of the Vetter Cup, a few weeks back. So obviously we're just taking it one game at a time, one series at a time. We're only one game, below 500. If somehow, some way we can win 2 out of 3, that'll put us a game above 500. And then again, we'll see what happens with the White Sox, moving forward, as well as a few of the other teams that we have coming up next. But again, we know how good this team is. They're one of the best teams in baseball, 25-18. 12-8 on the road, so they can, show that they can bring it on the road as well as at home. And hopefully we can strike early and often. And hopefully the pitching staff in this particular series, which is pretty good, we're going to have Emerson Hancock today, Logan Gilbert tomorrow, George Kirby on Sunday. So I like our chances to win 2 out of 3. And again, if you end up winning the first 2, then we can start talking sweep at that given day. 50th anniversary for the Seattle Mariners, 40 plus years on the radio. The channel and all Mariner fans are dedicating the season to our guy, Rick Riz, as well as a guy that's in baseball heaven, Dave Niehaus. Let's win it for Riz, and let's win it for Dave. Tridents up. Let's go, M's. Shout out to my boy, Brooks Beats, with the best beats on YouTube. We're just about ready to get started off here for some Friday night baseball. Now, as most fans know, we typically wear the City Connects here on Friday, but we are obviously doing a tribute to the troops. So you are going to be able to see us in our home white, and both teams are kind of wearing a military styled hat, for, showing a little bit of the tribute for both teams. And again, there's always going to be a few of those games throughout the year. And again, hopefully we'll be able to make everyone proud and get the job done here today. All day in the building, what's good? Power Code in the building, what's good? AZ in the building, what's good? Tony's in the building. Jerry and Lauren Hawks are in the building. Let's go. Drew's in the building, what's good? Yeah, and again, it's Emerson Hancock, did a little bit better than expected. Logan Gilbert maybe, a little bit worse than expected. So they kind of flip-flopped, based on maybe record and ERA and what we thought that was going to happen, going into the year. But again, everyone is starting to look right. Hell, even Luis Castillo ended up having a good start. So we're going to run a 6-man rotation just for a week or two. And then eventually, someone's going to go to the pen. And I mean, it's very clear it should be Luis Castillo. I mean, there's, you can't put Emerson there. And I know Emerson normally was like the 6th man filling in for Bryce Miller, but he's proven that he's one of the top 2 or 3 guys with Wu and Kirby. There's no way in hell you can send, Hancock to the pen or, back to the Tacoma Rainiers. I mean, at least I'm hoping that the Mariner, management team is smart enough to realize that Hancock has been a top 3 guy and sometimes even better than Wu. He's been a top 2 guy with Kirby, so we'll see where it goes, but I'm very excited. First pitch here from Hancock to Jackson Merrill, fouls it off. Right down the middle, 0-1 count. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour there on the first pitch. 0-1 pitch. Gets the corner right on the line. Beautiful four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour there by Emerson Hancock. No balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Merrill. 0-2 pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour. High and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Hancock to Merrill. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Jackson Merrill. Emerson Hancock on the mound. Jackson Merrill in the box. 2-2 pitch from Hancock. And a hard hit ball into left field. Fading foul out of play. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour there by Emerson Hancock. And I like the fact, that we're going to have some of our better pitchers available here. We got Hancock today. We got Gilbert tomorrow, even though he was shaky at the beginning of the year. He's coming off a season-high 9K game, so I like that. And then we got George Kirby, our best, on Sunday. So we don't got Brian Wu against the Padres, but again, we got 3 solid pieces. 2-2 pitch, and down he goes. Down goes Jackson Merrill. Big swing and a miss. And again, I like what I see here early out of Emerson Hancock. Way to get a punch out right on the first batter. Bring in the electricity early. We love you, M. Down goes Jackson, and that is 1 away. Batting second in right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. And kind of a wild stat for Fernando Tatis Jr. He's one of the very few guys on the team that doesn't have a home run yet, which is a little wild. Popped up to shallow center field. Julio is there, and that is 2 away. No fly zone in full effect. Nice job there by Julio Rodriguez with that defense. Fernando trying to jump on a strike down the middle, hops up and flies out. And that is 2 away. Next up, the third baseman, Manny Machado. But you normally don't see Fernando Tatis Jr. go this long without at least 1 home run. So it's a little shocking, but again, hopefully we pitch well and we don't give up a home run to him. Little dribbler here up the middle, J.P. Crawford, throw to Naylor. Machado doesn't even run hard to first, and I love that. And that is 3 up and 3 down. You couldn't have asked for a better start there for Emerson Hancock. And again, he's been really good this year. If anything, the management team and the hitters, have kind of let him down, by not getting enough run support for him and a few different changes and, moves that were made, while he's pitched. Now, obviously, the last start against the White Sox does not define him. And again, I think he can be better today here at home. And again, he proved that he can get the job done here early, retiring the first 3 batters. I like that. Now let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see if we can get an early lead. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Leading off for the Mariners at third base, it's Donnie Brendan Donovan, coming off one piece of the cycle. Obviously, in that last game, had a double, a triple, and a single. Wasn't able to get the home run in that last game. But again, Donnie is starting to heat up, and that's what we need with Cal out of the lineup for at least a week or two. Batting second, center fielder, you know who it is. It's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez, who's been extremely hot besides the last game that he had DH. I assume Julio will be much better here today. And batting third, playing first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Going from the second worst hitter in baseball when we were one of the worst hitting teams overall, batting 188 as a team. We're no longer that team anymore. And Josh has been actually one of the hottest hitters since April 19th. Let's go Nails. Let's go Josh. And on the mound for the Padres is no slouch. 4-1 record, ERA of 3.05, one of the best in the American League, National League, depending on where you're looking at, ERAs and wins and losses across the board. He is one of the best. Randy Vasquez. I mean, there's not a lot of people that have 4 wins at this point. And again, ERA could be a little bit lower, but I mean, it's low 3s. So you still got to give him some love and credit there. Isaac with a 20. Appreciate you getting us started on a good note. Appreciate you. First pitch from Vasquez to Donovan is in there for a strike. 0-1 count. One pitch and another strike, looking high and inside. And I had to take a look at how many at-bats Tatis has had, because I don't follow them every single game to see if he had an injury, and he's got almost as many as at-bats as Jackson Merrill. So it doesn't seem like it's really an injury related thing. It's just hasn't got the timing down just yet. 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees, slider 86 miles an hour here by Vasquez. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away to Brandon Donovan. And that is the first retired batter there for Randy Vasquez. Could be a pitcher's duel here today, but hopefully we find a way to win this game, even if it ends up being lower scoring. 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, however we need to get the job done. Down goes Brandon Donovan, swinging on strikes. Hopefully he'll be able to get going later in the game. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. First pitch from Vasquez to Julio, right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count. 261 average, 7 home runs, 20 ribbies, and a more consistent version of Julio than we've ever seen. And I know we love that. I mean, obviously there might be years where, the batting average is lower, but the home runs are higher. But I think for most of, Mariner fans, we would love to see a consistent Julio rather than a Julio that's got, 10 or 15, home runs, but strikes out, quite often and ends up doing that only a few games here and there. So I like consistency. Consistency is king. Pitches low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. 1-1 pitch. Takes a big swing and a miss right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. 1-2 pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour there by Vasquez. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. 2-2 pitch, little dribbler there by Julio to third. Machado there, throw to first, and just in time, and that is 2 away. Nice throw there by Manny Machado. And down goes Julio. 2 up and 2 down. Next up for the Mariners, first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. See if we can get a rally going with 2 outs here. Sean in the building, what's good? Zach in the building, what's good? First pitch is low and at the knees. Good patience there by Naylor. 1-0 count. And based on the record and ERA of both of these pitchers, it could definitely be, lower scoring, but I'm hoping that we can get a few home runs, a few big RBIs, at least before he exits. But you never know. You might be able to get something within the first 4 innings as well. 1-0 pitch, fouled off, out of play, behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Naylor. 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball, line drive. And what a catch there by the San Diego Padre new addition, Sung Moon Song at shortstop. Line drive right to him, head on a swivel, 3 up and 3 down there for Randy Vasquez. And it might be just one of those type of games. End of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. Both pitchers looking very sound here early. Let's see who's up next here as we go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Padres in the 4-hole, first baseman Gavin Sheets. Batting second in the 5-hole, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. And batting third in the 6-hole, DHing Miguel Andujar. And on the mound, one of our top aces, 3-1 record, ERA of 3.21 coming in, Emerson Hancock. And again, with the 14K game and a few others, like in the Padre series early on when we had the 6-2 lead, and then we ended up having Mooney and Ferrer blow that, and we lost 7-6. Realistically, Emerson Hancock should probably have an undefeated record or a 5-1 record. If we're really being honest about things, or, even maybe 4-1, he definitely deserved to have at least 1 or 2 more wins. But again, sometimes even getting 14 Ks or, leaving the game with a 6-2 lead is not enough for, the Mariners to, finish the job. But again, he's been very impressive with even a couple of those setbacks, and hopefully he can get the job done here. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. 46 subs away from 24,100. We're at 20 on the dono train. 80 to go. Let's see where we're at on the likes here while we're waiting for the commercial break. All right, we're at 47 already. $53 to $100. Let's go. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. First pitch from Emerson Hancock to Gavin Sheets is a ball, 1-0 count. Pitch, low and away. First pitch was low and at the knees, four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. Second pitch, low and away. Trying to paint those corners, but not getting the call just yet. 2 balls and no strikes to Gavin Sheets. 2-0 pitch to Sheets, right down the middle for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike from Emerson Hancock to Gavin Sheets. Xander Bogaerts on deck. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. 2-1 pitch from Hancock, high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gavin Sheets. Top of the second inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. Padres swept Seattle in San Diego earlier in the year, so we're definitely looking for a little payback in this little Vetter Cup series. 3-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. Nasty pitch there by Emerson Hancock. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Top of the second inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. And a combination of four-seam fastballs and sinkers are what Hancock is leaning on so far. 3-2 pitch, line drive right up the middle, and it just goes in between JP and Cole Young. No play for either one of them. And a nice base knock that rolls to Julio by Gavin Sheets. And again, we don't mind as Mariner fans if they get a few hits here and there. It's about the RBIs and the home runs and limiting the damage. Next up in the 5-hole, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. On deck in the 6-hole, DHing Miguel Andujar. And I wouldn't mind if the defense can bail out Hancock once in a while with a couple double plays. That would be fantastic as well. Unless he doesn't put himself in a jam for that to happen that often, and that would be obviously ideal. But this is the Padres, so we understand how good they really are. They are not an easy team to beat at home or on the road. First pitch in there to Bogaerts, in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Pitch, hard hit ball, dribbler to Randy, and back-to-back hits from Hancock there, not ideal. Come on, Emerson, you got to settle in, and now we're really going to need a double play. Next up in the 6-hole is Miguel Andujar. You too, Zach. Have a good one. First pitch to Andujar, high and inside, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, popped up by Andujar, and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Andujar. Hancock on the mound, Andujar in the box. Runners at first and second with no outs. We're definitely going to need some kind of double play if we can get it. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees. Saw Andujar kind of jump out of the way there at the last minute. Hancock not looking that great here early, but hopefully he'll be able to settle in. 2 balls and 1 strike from Hancock to Andujar. 2-1 pitch and a line drive. JP is there, and there's no double play attempt, and that is 1 away. Runner gets back to second in time. And after we ended up seeing Sung Moon Song with the line drive, and obviously playing some good defense, JP with a head on his swivel and getting that play there. Nice job there by JP. 1 away. Next up, in the 7-hole, left fielder Ramon Laureano on deck, Sung Moon Song. First pitch, line drive, and right in between the gap, and that goes to Rayleigh. Throw home, very strong throw by Rayleigh, and runners now are on all bases loaded with 1 out. And again, we haven't really seen this version of Hancock that often. He was a little shaky in his White Sox start. And again, we have to try to limit the damage here. Hopefully we'll be able to get a slow dribbler up the middle and we can get a double play and prevent them from, scoring anything. And if they are going to score, hopefully it's just 1 at the very most. We got to keep this game close. We don't want to get down, 2, 3, 4 runs right out of the gate. And here's that slow dribbler. Give it to me. Double play. Throw to first. Got him. There we go. You ask for the double play, and you get the double play. There we go. Nice job there by the Mariners. And again, when you end up having guys like J.P. Crawford and Cole Young, more times than not, they're going to make the big play. And again, we put ourselves in a tough spot there with Emerson Hancock not looking very good, giving up a lot of singles into the infield and rolling into the outfield. But again, when you got good defenders behind you and they got your back, sometimes you can get that double play that you ask for from the sports gods. And just like that, instead of the game being 3-0, we get out of it with a 0-0 tie. Nice job, defense. And again, hopefully Emerson will be better as the game continues. Great job. Defense has been amazing this year for us. We've had a few hiccups with JP and Julio and a few others, but overall, it's been pretty damn good. Now let's go to the bottom of the second inning and see if we can take the lead. Next up in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting second in the 5-hole, right fielder Luke Rayleigh. Let's see if we can get a nuke out of Luke. He's been on fire as of late, just like Randy. And batting third in the 6-hole, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And again, sometimes when you end up making a big play on defense, if you are one of the first 3 that gets up to bat in the next inning, sometimes really good things happen. Let's see what happens here with J.P. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. $48 subs to go to 24,100. We're at 20 on the Dono train, 80 to go. Let's see where we're at on the likes as we're waiting for this commercial break. All right, we're at 60 likes, 40 more to get to 100. And I think we play better, when we wear the City Connects. There's different jerseys, where I feel like, And again, we're going to be celebrating different things, the military, breast cancer month, and we're going to be rocking some, Army colors, pink, and I have no issue with that, and again, sometimes, certain uniforms bring out the best in the Mariners, and so far, so good, at least with the defense here, supporting the military by both teams here today. First pitch is high and inside, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, big, swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour there by Vasquez. 1 ball and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. One pitch. Popped up to shallow center field. Jackson Merrill is there, and that is 1 away. My dad was in the Air Force for a little bit before he ended up being a teacher for like 40 plus years. So having military ties, I think a lot of us that are in the room probably know someone or, themselves had some type of military experience. So shout out to the military and everything that they do for us, keeping us safe. Next up is Luke Raley. First pitch there from Vasquez to Raley, low and away, 0-1 count. Randy Vasquez on the mound, Luke Raley in the box. 0-1 pitch, big, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. 0-2 pitch. And a little dribbler here. Sungmoon Soon, throw to first to Gavin Sheets, and that is 2 away. And again, a very high number of curveballs here by Vasquez early. Down goes Luke Raley with a little dribbler to Sungmoon Song. And that is 2 up and 2 down. Next up in the 6 hole, shortstop J.P. Crawford. After getting that amazing double play, let's see if J.P. can get the offense going. First pitch to J.P. Hard hit ball, deep center field. Back to the wall and caught at the last minute there. And that is out number 3. We had a little bit of wind. Maybe we could have got a little bit more out of that, but 3 up and 3 down. Now let's go to the top of the 3rd inning and see who's up next here for San Diego. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. $48 subs to go to 24,100. Next up for the Padres in the 9-hole, catcher Freddie Fermin. Batting second, leadoff hitter 0 for 1 with a K, center fielder Jackson Merrill. And batting third in the 2-hole, 0 for 1, Fernando Tatis Jr. And on the mound for the Mariners, a little shaky to start off, but the defense has bailed him out. Emerson Hancock. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. All right, we're at 66 likes, 34 to 100. First pitch in there to Fermin as a strike. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss with that 4-seam fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to Freddie Fermin. 0-2 pitch. popped up into right field, fading out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Freddie Fermin. Yeah, I imagine at some point or another they'll do a Seahawk, Kraken, and a Sonic crossover. Especially when the Sonics come back. I assume that'll be something that'll be definitely done. 0-2 pitch, dribbles that one towards third base and foul. No balls and 2 strikes from Emerson Hancock to Freddie Fermin. Top of the third inning, 0-0 here early. Obviously, the Padres had 3 hits, but we were able to get a big double play with bases loaded to keep them stranded. And Mariners haven't got a hit just yet, but hopefully they will sooner than later. 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Does he go around? Yes, he does. And down goes Freddie Fermin. And a nice punch out there, and that is 1 away. Nice job, M. Way to bring a little bit of electricity to your shaky start so far. And Fermin strikes out. That is 1 away. Next up is center fielder stud Jackson Merrill on deck. Right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch fouled off towards third base and left field by Jackson Merrill, 0-1 count. Cutter 83 miles an hour there by Emerson Hancock. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. 0-1 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Merrill. Top of the third inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. We got Logan Gilbert on the mound tomorrow, so I like our chances there. And George Kirby on Sunday. So 1-1 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Hancock to Merrill. Two-one pitch, big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Merrill. Top of the third inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. Two-two pitch popped up and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Merrill. I appreciate all the support with all the likes, subs, donos, shares, everything that we've been able to get, since the beginning of the 2026 season. We've had a few things that have come up that made it a little difficult for me with Paisley and going to the vet. And unfortunately, after just taking her to the vet for her 1-year checkup, she's got an ear infection. So now I'm going to have to fork out some more money and go and take her on Monday. So any type of support that we can get today, tomorrow, and on Sunday will go towards that vet bill, and it will be greatly appreciated. 3-2 pitch popped up and out of play. Count now is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Merrill. And, Paisley's almost 5, and she's never had, any issues with her ears. And luckily it's only in one ear, but I imagine the cone will have to be busted out, and she'll have to have some medication for a few weeks, and hopefully she'll get better. 3-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Nasty cutter there by Emerson Hancock. Down goes Jackson Merrill, and that is 2 away. Nice job there by Emerson. Next up is Fernando Tatis Jr. Little dribbler up the middle. Young is there off the 1 hopper. Got him. Wow. What a defensive play there by Cole Young. And again, if you watch Colt Emerson, on the Tacoma Rainiers, he makes plays like that on the daily, on top of, getting RBIs and home runs. Beautiful play there by Cole Clutch Young. And we're definitely seeing the defense keep us in the game, not only with J.P. Crawford, but Cole Young. Nice job. Yeah, I hate seeing my my pup. I got to be the dog father, so anytime my pup is not in a good spot, it hurts my heart a little bit. But the earliest appointment they had was Monday. Other than that, they didn't have one until the end of the month, and I would have had to take her to like a pup emergency care type of place. I can't wait that long. So, obviously if she's having issues and whatnot. So let's see who's up next here for the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Next up for the Mariners in the 7-hole, DHing Dominic Canzone. Batting second in the 8-hole, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. He can do it defensively, and he can do it in the box. Let's go Cole. And batting third, filling in for Cal Raleigh with Mitch Garver. Catching today in the 9-hole, Johnny Pareda. Trident's up. Let's go M's. $48 subs to go to 24,100. We're at 20 on the dono train, 80 to go. And let's see how close we are to our 100 like goal. We're almost there already. We're at 75. Good start. All right, we're at 75 likes, 25 to 100. First pitch in there to Dominic Canzone, four-seam fastball, high and away, 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, low and away, change up 87 miles an hour there by Vasquez. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. Little dribbler up the middle, and that gets past Sung Moon Song. I like that, baby. And Dominic Canzone getting a hit early. Let's go. Nice job there by Dominic Canzone with that dribbler up the middle. Next up in the 8-hole, Cole Clutch Young. Let's go, Cole. First pitch almost gets hit by Vasquez, has to jump out of the way. Cutter, 91 miles an hour, high and inside, 1-0 count. Bottom of the third inning, runner at first with no out, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. Hard hit ball by Cole Young, laser. That goes into the 5th row. Great souvenir for that fan. Got to keep your head on a swivel there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cole Young. And a good gesture by that fan who ends up giving the ball to the kid 1 row behind him. That's a classy man right there. 1-1 pitch. Young pops it up. Should be a routine play here for the Padres. And Xander, wow. He calls off the other 2 defenders, makes an Air Jordan type of leap in the air. Arms and legs spread, and still ends up making that catch. Holy moly. I don't know if that was for style points or not, but that was incredible. Great defense there by Xander Bogaerts. Kind of felt like maybe he mistimed it, ran a little bit too far, and then at the last moment had to lean back with his glove and arm, but snagged that ball. It would have been amazing if we could have gotten that one to drop. But that is 1 away. Next up is Johnny Pareda. First pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. Cutter, 92 miles an hour, 0-1 count. And I mean, if we can get anything out of Johnny, that will be great. You don't really expect a whole lot, from him or Mitch Garver, let alone Connor Joe and Rob Refsnyder. Those 4 guys, if they give you anything, then it's a good day. No balls and 2 strikes from Vasquez to Pareda. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Vasquez to Pareda. Cutter sinker combos early from Vasquez. One-two pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Vasquez to Pareda. Two-two pitch, low and at the knees. And that is strike 3 looking. No challenge there from Pareda, and that is 2 away. Back at the top of the order, third baseman Brendan Donovan. Let's go, Donnie. First pitch is low and at the knees, 1-0 count. 275 average, 3 home runs, and 5 ribbies there in 2026 after the injuries, and a couple days of an illness as well. He's had a growing in the hip and a flu, and we're happy that he's back. 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball, deep center field, back to the warning track. And that is out number 3. Jackson Merrill ends up ending the Mariners here in the bottom of the 3rd. Let's go to the top of the 4th inning in a pitcher's duel and see who's up next. End of the 3rd inning, 0-0, Padres and Mariners. Next up, in the 3-hole, third baseman 0-for-1, Manny Machado. Batting second, 1-for-1, first baseman Gavin Sheets. And batting third in the 5-hole, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. All right, Emerson Hancock, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks, 36 pitches, 26 strikes with a 3.02 ERA. And Randy Vasquez with a 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 2 Ks, 32 pitches, 22 strikes with a 2.85 ERA. End of the 3rd inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 48 subs to go to 24,100. We're at 20 on the Dono train, and everything that will go on the Dono train will go towards Paisley's vet visit on Monday. And that'll be definitely greatly appreciated. We're at 89. 11 more likes to hit 100. And anyone that ends up having a dog or a cat, as anyone knows, when you go to the vet, it's not cheap. Usually on the low end, it'll be 150-ish, and on the high end, it could end up being in the thousands and whatnot. So depending on what needs to be done. So I'm thinking that this one, will probably be an under $200 visit, but still, that's quite a bit of money, for anybody. Top of the 4th inning, 0-0, Padres and Mariners. First pitch in there from Hancock to Machado is a ball, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Sinker, 94 miles an hour. First pitch high and inside. Second pitch with that sweeper down the middle, 78 miles an hour there by Hancock. 1 ball and 1 strike to Manny Machado. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Manny Machado. Nasty sweeper there by Hancock. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Shallow right field. Luke Raley is there, and that is 1 away. Down goes Manny Machado. Next up for the Padres, first baseman Gavin Sheets. On deck is Xander Bogaerts. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. First pitch in there to Gavin Sheets for a ball. Low and away, 1-0 count. Definitely a pitcher's duel so far. And hopefully our bullpen will be stronger than theirs and we can find a way to win. Even if it ends up being, the lowest scoring game possible, 1-0, we'll take any win that we can get, considering we got swept by this team 3 games in San Diego a few weeks ago. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gavin Sheets. 1-1 pitch, low and away into the dirt with that changeup missing by Hancock. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 4th inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go M's. 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball. Deep right field, fading foul. Almost in that same spot where that other fan got that ball, the Cole Young foul ball, and ended up giving it to a kid 1 row behind him. I love seeing that. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Sheets. 2-2 pitch. High and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Sheets. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Come on, Emerson. 3-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Count still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Sheets. Shout out to all the people watching all over the world. United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond, as well as our female viewership as well. Went from 5% of female viewership a few years ago, and now we're normally in that 15 to 22% range, which is fantastic. Pitch fouled off there by Sheets. Count still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Sheets. 3-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour there by Emerson Hancock. And again, had 1 inning where he was a little shaky, but we were able to get out of that jam. And other than that, he's been pretty clean. Good defense behind him by Cole Young and J.P. Crawford as well. 3-2 pitch to Sheets. Oh, my God. That one slips out of his hands and goes 10 feet behind the batter. You don't see that very often. And definitely lost the grip on that pitch. And that ends up being a crazy walk to Gavin Sheets. A little bit too much sweep on that sweeper, as Goldie says. Next up is Xander Bogaerts. Let's see if we can get a slow dribbler up the middle for another double play by JP to Josh Naylor. First pitch, high and inside, 0-1 count. I mean, we'll definitely take a strikeout and a pop-up, a strikeout and a ground out. The easiest way to get out of the inning. Little slow dribbler up the middle to JP or Cole Young, throw to Josh Naylor, and just like that, we'll be out of the inning. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Xander Bogaerts. First pitch was on the corner. Second pitch looked out, outside of the strike zone, but he didn't challenge, which is a little odd. No balls and 2 strikes to Xander Bogaerts. 0-2 pitch from Hancock, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Hancock to Bogaerts. Top of the 4th inning, runner at first with 1 out, and we're in a pitcher's duel with Randy Vasquez and Emerson Hancock. One-two pitch. Bogaerts pops up. Shallow center field. Julio is there. And that is 2 away. Good defense there by Julio Rodriguez. And I love being able to watch great defense. It's one of my favorite things. I know a lot of us, love, double plays and home runs and, big RBIs. But I love me some great defense. Great job by JP, Cole Young, and Julio so far. 2 down. Next up in the 6th hole, DHing Miguel Andujar. First pitch, high and away, but gets the line with that sweeper, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nasty sweeper there by Hancock. And we got a few pitchers, that got a nasty sweeper. You just got to, make sure that you don't lose the grip on it like we saw on Hancock a few pitches ago. But it definitely is a strikeout pitch if you can use it effectively. 0-2 pitch, tries to jam him. and just gets a little piece of that. Popped up and foul. No balls and 2 strikes from Hancock to Enduar. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Trident's looking good in the chat, baby. Let's go. O2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. One ball and 2 strikes from Hancock to Enduar. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. It's a pitcher's duel, but we can find a way. Sweeper 77 miles an hour, missing the corner by a few inches. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, 0-0 here early between the Padres and the Mariners. And both pitchers looking pretty solid. Obviously, Randy's looking a little bit better than Emerson early, but... And Sheets steals second. And he is safe. But hopefully we can get Vasquez with a little bit of a mini meltdown before he exits. 1-2 pitch. And a line drive that goes over JP's head. Makes you kind of wonder if Colt Emerson was there. Maybe he makes that play. And that's going to be a big RBI double there for Miguel Andujar. And just like that, 1-0 San Diego. We got to limit the damage. We can't let them score any more this inning. I mean, JP definitely jumped. It's not like JP didn't try. Nice RBI there by Miguel. Next up in the 7-hole, left fielder Ramon Laureano. All right, Paisley's coming in here. He misses Dad. Dad misses her. And hopefully she'll give us a little bit of good luck in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 pitch to Ramon Laureano, little dribbler behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks. First pitch takes a strike looking on the line. 96 mile an hour four-seam fastball. Pitch 2 going behind the plate there to the T-Mobile bricks. No balls and 2 strikes to Ramon Laureano. I mean, even if you were a couple inches taller, you still might not make that play. I mean, it was kind of up there, but JP overall, is a good defender, but has made a few mistakes, and again, Colt Emerson, I believe, will be a better hitter and a better defender if you've watched any of his games. And it's just a matter of time before they make that switch. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Ramon Laureano. And I guess we have to put the Band-Aid on. It could have been worse, but again, we're down 1, and let's see if we can tie this game up or take the lead. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th and see who's up next. Next up for the Mariners in the 2-hole, 0-for-1 center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. We could use you. Batting second in the 3-hole, 0-for-1 first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. And batting third in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 48 subs to go to 24,100. We're at 20 on the Dono train, 80 to go. And everything that we get on the Dono train today, tomorrow, and Sunday will go towards Paisley's vet visit on Monday. She's got an ear infection, which is not ideal, and I just want to be able to make sure that she feels okay. All right, looks like we're at 98 likes. 2 more to get to 100. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Padres. And if you're just tuning in, Andujar double to left. Sheet scored 1-0 San Diego. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. First pitch to Julio. Fouls that one out of play. 0-1 count. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Padres. Randy Vasquez on the mound. Julio Rodriguez in the box. Oh-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Slider low and away. 84 miles an hour there by Vasquez. No balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Mike in the building. What's good, brother? Oh-2 pitch to Julio. Low and away. Vasquez not taking too many chances going down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off into right field, out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Padres. And down goes Julio on a strike looking, and that is 1 away. Next up in the 3-hole, first baseman Josh Naylor. On deck is Randy Arozarena. First pitch by Naylor, crushes it into right field and foul. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls that one off the catcher and behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Josh Naylor. But having Donovan at third, Naylor at first, and then eventually having Cole Young at second and Colt Emerson at short, we're going to make a lot of fucking plays. It's going to be one of the best infields in baseball once we get the chemistry down with those 4 guys playing together. 0-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play. And then we just got to figure out the right combination of guys playing in the outfield. We obviously know Julio has center field locked up, and Randy's good in the box and in pop-ups, but ground balls not so much. And you got usually 3 guys in right field that you can kind of rotate with. And a big catch there in the outfield for out number 2. Luckily, they didn't have a collision there with Ramon Laureano and Jackson Merrill. But obviously, we have Victor Robles coming back pretty soon. You have him, Dominic Canzone, and Luke Raley that can all play right field, as well as a farm prospect named Lazaro Montes. So eventually, it'll be a little bit of a log jam. And obviously, we know Dom is the primary, DH for the most part, So we'll see Victor Robles in right field, I assume, here and there. And hopefully he'll give us a little bit of juice, because I've definitely missed him. 1-0 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Randy Arozarena. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 San Diego. 2-0 pitch. And Randy steps out of the box and takes a strike on the corner. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. Randy Vasquez on the mound and Randy Arozarena in the box. 2-1 pitch. Takes another strike. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. Come on, Randy. 2-2 pitch. And a little blooper into left field. There we go. And Randy continues to stay hot for the Seattle Mariners in the box. Nice job by Randy Arozarena. Way to bring the electricity, Randy. There we go. Now let's see if Luke Raley can bring him home. Can we get a nuke out of Luke? Next up in the 5-hole, right fielder Luke Raley. And again, we just have to hope that we can get a mini meltdown on Vasquez either in this inning or in the 5th, because based off his pitch count, still pretty low. He's only at 46 pitches. So at this rate, he could probably pitch 7 innings. And I'm not sure if the Mariners want to see 7 innings of Vasquez. I mean, unless we end up roughing him up, you know. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Luke. 0-1 count. Throw to first, and Randy is safe. You know, and again, it's not impossible, you know, to start a rally with 2 outs. You know, not every team can do it consistently, you know, but again, it is possible to get a nice rally going with 2 outs, and hopefully it starts here. 0-1 pitch, high and inside. Cutter missing there by Vasquez. 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Raley. Ten homers for Luke, and they're really testing Randy at first. And we don't want Randy to fall asleep, you know, which he has a few times, you know, once he's gotten walked, hit, or gotten a base hit. Got to make sure you got your head on a swivel. And you know how many outs there are. Randy's taken off, and safe. There we go. Nice job by Randy. Good jump there. You know, obviously they were throwing to first. They know Randy wants to be able to steal that bag, and great jump by Randy, and great job keeping your hand on the base as your momentum brings you away from the bag. Because again, a lot of guys end up getting tagged out as their momentum, you know, brings them past the bag, and then a foot or a hand ends up leaving second base. First pitch in there to... or another pitch in there to Luke Raley is high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Luke Raley. Let's see if Luke can get an RBI here and knock him in, or potentially a 2-run jack. 3 balls and 1 strike to Luke Raley. All right, Paisley went to the other room. I'll check up on her in a little bit. 3-1 pitch from Vasquez to Raley, and that one hit him. Raley's okay. Wipes the dirt off. Makes his way to first. Next up is J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. You know, this will probably be your last year with the team like Luis Castillo, but that doesn't mean you can't, you know, do your best, you know, to try to be able to get some, you know, big home runs and RBIs. And, you know, even though he's not the best hitter, you know, he has won us quite a few games already this year, you know, with home runs and RBIs, you know, either beginning or late in games or both. We obviously know Colt Emerson is going to be a much better player, you know, offensively and defensively. But again, let's see if JP, for the time being, can come up big here offensively and get a single, double, triple, or home run. Hell, we'll even take a walk or a hit by pitch if needed. Chris with a 20. Thank you so much, man. I got a vet visit for Paisley. I just went to the vet and had to pay almost $500 you know, for some vaccines and her yearly visit. And now I'm going to have to take her again on Monday with an ear infection. So thank you so much. Chris with a 20. We're at 40 on the Dono train. 60 to go. Thank you so much. I wish vet visits weren't so expensive, you know, but not looking forward to having her on a cone again, but, you know, as long as she's okay. First pitch in there for a strike looking to JP, 0-1 count. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Another $20 Honda from Chandler. And again, every dollar counts. Oh, 1 pitch. Takes another strike right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes from Vasquez to Crawford. And usually I only have to take Paisley, you know, once a year for that yearly checkup. And then, you know, once every couple years, you know, there might be something that happens, you know, where I have to take her in based off like an injury or a sickness or something. So, but luckily it's only in one ear, not both. But still, you know, medication has to be paid for. I have a cone, so I won't have to pay for that. I think I have 2 of them now. You know, she's gone to the vet and had a cone once when she ended up having the surgery, you know, obviously when she was young. And then obviously having an incident with another dog a couple years ago. So 1-2 pitch. JP fouls that one off with a laser into right field and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. But shout out to Isaac, shout out to Chris, and shout out to Chandler for making it a little bit easier on me today, as well as tomorrow and Sunday. All those donations will go towards the vet visit as well. Thank you so much. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. And, my pup is the most important thing in my life besides, you guys in this channel. I don't have any kids of my own, so she is pretty much my, dog daughter, and I got to be a good dog father. And, I try to do everything I can to give her the best life. We do 3 walks a day. We walk 5 miles a day. She gets fresh fruit every day with some strawberries and blueberries, all the love and attention that a dog could want. So, any type of hiccups that come along the way with the vet visits, is definitely greatly appreciated with the help that I can get. 2-2 pitch popped up into third base, and Machado is there, and we end up leaving 2 stranded, unfortunately, and that is out number 3. All right, let's go to the top of the 5th inning and see who's up next here for San Diego. Next up for the Padres in the 8-hole, shortstop Sung-Moon Song. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, catcher in the 9-hole, Freddie Fermin. And batting third, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, center fielder, leadoff hitter, Jackson Merrill. Trident's up, let's go M's. $48 subs to go, do 24,100. We're at 60 on the dono train to help Paisley out with the vet. 40 to go for this particular stream for our first goal. And let's see where we're at on the likes. I think we're over 100 now. And it looks like we're at 108, 92 to 200. Let's win it for Riz. All right, so Hancock, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 63 pitches, 45 strikes, 3.14 ERA. And then Randy Vasquez, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks, only 57 pitches, 38 strikes with a 2.79 ERA. So he's pacing to go 7, and hopefully we'll be able to get at least a run on him before the bullpen comes in, and hopefully they'll have a meltdown and we can find a way to win this game 2-1, 3-2, or 4-3. Trident's up. Let's go M's. First pitch takes a strike, looking right down the middle, 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Emerson Hancock on the mound, Sung-Moon Song in the box. 0-1 pitch, high and inside, with that 4-seam fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Song. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-1 pitch. Another ball low and at the knees. Change up 88 miles an hour there by Hancock. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Padres. 2-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Emerson Hancock. 3 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 5th, 1-0 San Diego. Trident's up. Let's go M's. 3-1 pitch, little dribbler behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks and the KeyBank sign. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sung-Moon Song. 3-2 pitch, popped up and out of play. Count still is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. And people can support with the Paisley Vet Visit through, obviously, the Cash App, the Venmo, or through the Super Chat here on the stream. 3-2 pitch, popped up by Song and out of play. Count is still full, 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs, top of the 5th, and a pitcher's duel between Hancock and Vasquez. And again, it's going to take, something, in the bullpen, to have some kind of meltdown more than likely, because Vasquez looks pretty sharp. That goes over at Hancock's head, throw to first, just in time. This will probably get reviewed here. Close play at first base. Let's look at this again. Donnie with the hard throw. Wow, he got him. Unbelievable, power and accuracy to get it somewhat near Naylor. And how did Josh not drop that ball? I mean, again, we have Ty France and a few other guys in the past, but was his foot on the bag, though, once he ended up having the glove and the ball in the top of that mitt? That's the real question. Was his foot on the bag long enough after he ended up reaching and getting that ball? Close play. And obviously the ump at first called him out, so. And again, I'm so thankful that we end up having, reliable guys at first and third, and then having, obviously JP and Cole Young for the time being. As you watch these second and third replays, his foot is off the bag, as, based on the commentators as well. So don't know if this will end up staying an out. Yeah, overturned. He's safe. So it looks like Josh initially had his foot on the bag, but then had to take his foot off the bag to reach, for that, kind of, I don't want to necessarily say wild throw. I mean, Donovan did his best, and that ends up being a single there for the Padres. Hopefully we'll be able to get a strikeout and a double play, or a double play and a strikeout to try to bail out Hancock again. Next up is Freddie Fermin. Little dribbler towards third base and foul. But, good effort. But, again, just not in time. Top of the 5th inning, runner at first with no outs. 1-0 San Diego. They ended up sweeping us in San Diego early in the year for a part of this Better Cup. So, if we can end up, getting a little bit of payback and winning 2 out of 3, obviously getting a sweep on our end would be ideal, but we know how good the Padres are, so. 0-1 pitch, high and inside, four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike to Freddie Fermin. See if we can get a strikeout and a double play, or a double play and a strikeout. Little slow dribbler up the middle. Throw to first. And Song is safe. Little slow dribbler up the middle. Throw to first. Got him. There we go. You ask for a double play, you get a double play. There we go. We like that. You're on it. Double play time, baby. Let's go. JP to Cole Young. Nice transfer. Perfect throw to Naylor. And just like that, we get out of the jam again for Emerson Hancock. Great job. That is 2 away. It's nice to be able to know that we have capable defenders that we can actually get double plays, and we can do it more than once in a game. Sometimes we'll do it 3-4 times in a game. So nice job. Next up is Jackson Merrill. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. Great job defense. 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Jackson Merrill. And Cole Young has saved, more runs than any other second baseman, 10 so far. And again, his defense has been immaculate. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Merrill. Low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jackson Merrill. 2-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Hancock. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Merrill. Let's see if M can get another punch out here on Jackson Merrill. Yeah, Josh did a good job trying to sell it, agreed. But again, I'd rather have the call get correct, because you never know. We might have something like that happens on the other end. We want to make sure that, the replay and the ABS and everything ends up being accurate. Pitch now, count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Merrill. 3-2 pitch, fouls it off himself. Pareda gets it quickly and has a quick tag on Merrill, even though it doesn't count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 San Diego in a pitcher's duel with Hancock and Vasquez. Fernando Tatis Jr. on deck. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nice job there by Emerson Hancock. And again, has been a little shaky. Has given up 5 hits, but he's only given up a run. It's up to the Mariner offense to be able to give him some fucking run support. And I get it. We're going against a really good pitcher. 4-1 record, ERA of 3.05. It's not going to be easy, but even against really good pitchers like this, you assume, be able to get at least a bare minimum of 1, and then once he goes out, hopefully we'll be able to get a few more on their bullpen, but you never know. All it takes is 1 half inning of having a meltdown, hitting a guy, walking a guy, or giving up back-to-back hits, and then all of a sudden the meltdown is on. Let's see if we can get a meltdown on Vasquez here. Or you end up getting that unexpected home run, which could happen also. Next up in the 7-hole, DHing, the Italian Stallion, 1-for-1, Dominic Canzone. Batting second in the 8-hole, second baseman, 0-for-1, Cole Clutch Young. And batting third in the 9-hole, catching for Seattle, 0-for-1 with a K, Johnny Pareda. Pride dance up, let's go M's. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. And we're down by a run. We're at 60 on the Dono train for the Paisley Pup Vet Visit Fund. We're at 60, 40 to go for this particular stream for the first goal. And we're at 111 likes, 89 more to 200. All right, Emerson Hancock, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 Ks, 81 pitches, 56 strikes with a 3.08 ERA. Come on, Mariners. It seems like the last few starts we haven't got any runs for Hancock. He's been a really good pitcher right there, with Kirby and Wu. And obviously we know Miller and Gilbert are just behind them. So, and even Castillo had a good start on his last, outing. So. And then Randy Vasquez, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks, 57 pitches, 38 strikes with a 2.79 ERA. And he's pacing to pitch probably into the 7th inning, which isn't really ideal unless we rough him up. 1-0 pitch. Canzone pops that one out of play. First pitch was a curveball low and away, 84 miles an hour by Vasquez. Second pitch that got fouled off into the crowd. 4-seam fastball high and away, 93 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Vasquez to Canzone. 1-1 pitch, another strike in there to Dom. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. Come on, Dom. And a little dribbler up the middle. Run, Dom, run! And got him. Let's see if we end up challenging this. That was close. Let's see if Dom ended up getting in there in time or not. Let's look at the replay to see how close this was. That was a hell of a play. And looks out. And it looks like he got him by a millisecond. So no challenge by the Mariners. And that's, obviously, you got to rely on the good replay booth there. If he would have gotten his foot down, then maybe. But foot was still a little bit in the air. Good defensive play by the Padres. I can't hate on that. First pitch, high and away to Cole Young, 1-0 count. .0 pitch in there for a strike. Four-seam fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike from Vasquez to Young. I mean, anytime we're, at a 1-0, if you've only given up a run, I mean, most pitchers are going to give up 2 to 3 runs no matter how good they are. So if you're at a 0 or a 1, you have to be ecstatic. It's just that you have to make sure that your offense at least puts up a 1, or a 2, so it doesn't look as bad. The longer that you stay at a 0, the longer doubt creeps in, that, you're not going to get anything. But, as we know, once the starters go out, the game resets. 2-1 pitch. And another ball here to Cole Young. Good hitters count here for Cole. 3 balls and 1 strike to Cole Young. Vasquez on the mound, Young in the box. Come on, Cole. 3-1 pitch. And Young with a hard hit ball in the gap. Fall. Yes! All the way to the Alaska sign. Get 2, baby, get 2. And Cole clutch Young with a stand-up double. There we go. Nice job there by Cole, and hopefully this will start some kind of rally. Nice job by Cole Young. Nice job, Cole. Defense and offense, baby. Let's go. Next up is Johnny Pareda. And we don't really expect anything, out of Rob Refsnyder, Connor Joe, Johnny Pareda. Line drive. Did he catch it? And Young was running there, and that is out number 3. Base running mistake there by Cole Young, unfortunately. Probably thought that ball was going to drop. And a big catch out there in left field by Ramon Laureano, who's made a couple big plays. And again, you don't expect anything out of Johnny Pareda, Mitch Garver, like I was mentioning, Connor Joe or Rob Refsnyder, and you just got to hope for a little bit of luck. And unfortunately, luck was not on our side in that Pareda at-bat. If it could have just dropped, Cole would have easily scored from second, and it would have been 1-1. But tough break there for the Mariners. And then also Cole, on a run and gun, he was already close to third base by the time that throw was caught. And then, when it was back into the infield, Cole had no chance of running back to second. So tough break there for the Mariners. End of the 5th inning, 1-0 San Diego. End of the 5th, 1-0 Padres. And you're not going to see Cole Young make too many mistakes like that on the base paths, just kind of one of those plays. Next up, in the 2-hole, right fielder 0 for 2, Fernando Tatis Jr. Batting second, in the 3-hole, third baseman 0 for 2, Manny Machado. And batting third, 1 for 1 with a run and a base on ball, first baseman Gavin Sheets. Trident's up, let's go M's. I mean, even if we have to find a way to win this game 2-1, again, we got to do whatever it takes. Find a way. We're at 111 likes, 89 more to 200. And they got good defenders out there in the outfield, just like we do. So hopefully before this series is up, we'll get a few of those line drives that will drop, and we'll be able to cash in with some big RBIs. Top of the 6th, 1-0 San Diego with a pitcher's duel with Emerson Hancock and Randy Vasquez, little dribbler. Brandon Donovan, throw to first. Josh Naylor, toe tap on the bag, and that is 1 away. Down goes Fernando Tatis Jr. Next up in the 3-hole, third baseman Manny Machado. On deck is Gavin Sheets. Got to get some run support for Emerson Hancock, and that's been kind of the story for a lot of the pitchers this year. When they end up having a good outing, sometimes we don't give them enough. Magic number is 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, but this might be a game with a pitcher's duel where you might be able to win the game with only 2 or 3 runs, but we're still at 0. We have 3 hits, but Still feels like we got quite a ways to go. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Machado. Big rip there by Manny. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, high and away. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 San Diego. Hancock on the mound, Machado in the box. 0-2 pitch to Machado. Sweeper low and away. Machado does not bite. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Manny Machado. '85 pitches for Hancock, so he's almost done. 1-2 pitch, popped up to shallow center field. Julio is there in the no-fly zone, and that is 2 away. Nice job there by Julio. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Next up, in the 4-hole, first baseman Gavin Sheets. And we got Cooper Criswell and Jose Ferrer warming up. And Jose is back with the team with him and his girlfriend/wife. I believe they had a baby girl. So great to see Ferrer back. And hopefully we get the good Ferrer, not the bad Ferrer. We're going to need him, especially with no Brash or Spire back with the team yet. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hancock to Sheets. And regardless if it's Cooper Criswell or Jose Ferrer, hopefully they look good. Because again, if the bullpen ends up being shaky, this game's over. You know, we have to find a way for the bullpen to play well. And once Vasquez leaves, hope that they have a meltdown with one of their guys in the pen. Because obviously, you know, Mason Miller, if they're ahead, you know, it's game over, you know, as a closer. But again, before we get to that point, hopefully we'll have a lead. Or we'll at least be tied. 1-2 pitch. And Sheets pops it up into shallow right and foul as it hits the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 San Diego. Yeah, Hancock is still out there, but this will be the last inning that he pitches. He's at 90 pitches right now. I mean, he has got 5 hits, but he does have 5 Ks, but he's only given up a run on 5 hits. So that's, you know, huge. Big swing and a miss and another punch out there for Hancock. And down goes Gavin Sheets. And again, you know, he ended up giving up a few of those hits, you know, early 3 where we had bases loaded. But luckily we ended up getting a big double play with JP, Cole Young, and Naylor. And so we ended up getting out of that inning unscathed. Otherwise, we might be down 2-3-4-0 at this point. So, you know, the defense has definitely saved us. And this is a good outing. I mean, think about it. If anybody in our starting pitching staff gave up 1 run, right? It's the Mariners' offense is at fault right now with that 0, right? You know, but again, if the other team has a 1, and that's Kirby, Wu, Hancock, Miller, Castillo, or Gilbert, you're ecstatic, right? You know, based on how things have gone this year. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now it's just about the offense to do their job. But even though it was a 5-hitter, Hancock was still able to get to 6 Ks. Good job. Let's look at his final line. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 91 pitches, 64 strikes with some good defense behind him. And his ERA now is close to 3.02. Next start, he'll be below 3, and he'll be in the 2s, and that'll be fantastic. Next up for the Mariners, 0-for-2 with a K, third baseman Brendan Donovan. Let's go, Donnie. We need a little bit of that Mariner magic. Trident's up. Batting second, 0-for-2 with a K, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, first baseman Josh Naylor. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of small ball, you know, at some point, you know, with a bunt, you know, attempt or, you know, something of that nature. Sometimes you got to be a little bit outside of the box, and we just have to hope that once Vasquez leaves, you know, they have a meltdown with a pitcher or 2 in the pen, and we can find a way to win this game 2-1, 3-2, or something of that nature. We need that Soto mojo in this Federer Cup matchup. All right, Mariner Moose, give us that good luck, baby. First pitch to Donnie. Pops it up into shallow center field. Jackson Merrill is there, and that is 1 away. Work the count, Donnie. Down goes Donovan, flying out to center field to Jackson Merrill, 1 away. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. And on deck, Josh Naylor. Come on, Julio. We could really use a Julio solo dinger right here to get the game tied 1-1, if possible. First pitch is low and away by Vasquez. Sinker, low and away, 95 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And Vasquez hasn't really been going down the middle that often, and he's been painting the corners, very nicely. And again, there's a reason why his record and ERA is as good as they are. Throw to first on that dribbler to third. Toe tap on the bag, and that is 2 away. Down goes Julio, grounds out to the shortstop there. Next up is Josh Naylor. Let's go, Nails. Randy Vasquez on the mound. Josh Naylor in the box. Let's go, Nails. We could use a solo dinger from you, too. First pitch, big, swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and at the knees as it dribbles into the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Naylor. One pitch. Naylor pops it up and out of play. And they got Adrian Morejon, the lefty, warming up, and he is very good, just like in the broadcast. They have one of the better bullpens in the league. And they got the best closer in the game in Mason Miller. So 1-2 pitch and a little dribbler up the middle. There we go. And a nice base knock there by Josh Naylor. Nice job, Nails. Exit velo 106.4 up the middle. And there was nothing that Xander Bogaerts or Sung Moon Song could do on that hit. Nice job, Josh. Now let's see if Randy can bring him home. Next up in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. On deck, Luke Raley. But then obviously if they go with Adrian Morejon, we might not see Luke Raley or Dominic Canzone the rest of the game, and we might see Rob Refsnyder and Connor Joe once they bring that lefty in. So hopefully Randy can get on base or hit a home run, so this Luke Raley at bat, potentially could be his last. We want to make sure we maximize every at bat for Luke and Dom. Not to say that Refsnyder and Joe can't get the job done, but they're not as consistent as the other two. But have made some plays for us. There's no doubt about that. ABS challenge. San Diego loses the challenge. 2 balls and no strikes to Randy Arozarena. We'll take a hit by a pitch. We'll take a walk, a single, double, triple, home run. Just keep the inning going. Come on, Randy. 2-0 pitch. High and inside, right on the line. Sinker, 95 miles an hour by Randy Vasquez. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. Come on, Randy. A Randy on Randy matchup. You don't see that often. Throw to first. Oh, man. Naylor almost got tagged out. Got back to first just in the nick of time. And we know Naylor is a big boy. Two-one pitch. Check swing there by Naylor and Randy, and that is a strike. Cutter 91 miles an hour down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first. Josh Naylor with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. We're only down a run. Got to find a way to just get, back-to-back hits or get that unexpected home run to give us that juice and that momentum. 2-2 pitch, ground ball up the middle. Throw to first. And that is out number 3. We leave 1 stranded in Josh Naylor. And the Padres keep the Mariners at 0 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. And now it's going to be a 3-inning sprint. And hopefully we can get Vasquez fucking out of there. He's at 79 pitches, so he still has enough to go 1 more inning. And again, then we might have 2 innings where we can have someone other than him on the mound. But if it ends up being Adrian Morejon, the lefty, that's going to be tough. But you got to think we got a better chance hitting on Morejon than we do on Vasquez right now, unless he has a meltdown in the 7th inning right before he exits, which would be great. He has a mini meltdown. Morejon comes in, has a meltdown, and then boom, we get to 2, and then find a way to win this game, in the trenches. All right, let's see who's up next here for the Padres in the top of the 7th inning. Next up for the Padres, 1 for 2 in the 5-hole, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. Batting second, 1 for 2 with an RBI in the 6-hole, DHing Miguel Andujar. And batting third in the 7-hole, who's made a couple great catches in left field already, 1 for 2 with a K in the box, Ramon Laureano. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And Cooper Criswell is coming in. We're 48 likes away from 24,100. We gained a sub. Now we're at 47. Thank you so much. 47 subs away from 24,100. We're at 60 on the Dono train for the Paisley Pup Vet Fund for Monday. 40 to go. And let's see where we're at on the likes, how close we are to getting to 200. We are at 116. $84 to $200. Let's go. First pitch from Cooper Criswell to Xander Bogaerts, high and inside. 1-0 count. Come on, Cooper. One-0 pitch, takes a strike looking down the middle. Sinker, 91 miles an hour by Criswell. 1 ball and 1 strike to Xander Bogaerts. 1-1 pitch, a little dribbler towards third. Donnie is there. Strong throw to first. Naylor toe tap on the bag, and that is 1 away. Donnie's got that strong arm. And we know Rivas, as a AAA player, can't really hit, but, puts his whole body in every throw at third, and usually those throws are on, but Donnie gives you a little bit more range. Next up in the 6-hole, DHing Miguel Andujar. And a little dribbler up the middle again, and it gets past JP and Cole Young. Same spot right up the middle towards that second base bag. And another base knock there for Miguel, who's having a productive game here so far. 1 for 2 with the RBI, and he's really the MVP so far for the Padres. 2 for 3 day for Miguel. Next up is Ramon Laureano, who is 1 for 2 with a K as well. We could really use a double play here. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Slow dribbler up the middle, and hopefully this time, JP or Cole could get a hand on it, and we can end up getting out of this inning only down 1. 0-1 pitch. And a hard take into left field. The dribbler in front of Randy. Hustle, Randy! And Randy throws to second. But runners now are at first and third with 1 out. We desperately need the double play now. All right, next up in the 8-hole, 1 for 2, shortstop Sungmoon Song. Come on, Cooper. Not ideally what you want to see, after Emerson Hancock, ended up leaving us only down a run, only giving up 1, and already a couple base hits on Cooper Criswell. Bunt attempt there by Song, and ends up going behind the plate and foul. And that's why I feel like bunting needs to be practiced a little bit more, offensively bunting, and also how to defend bunts. Not really any team practices those things. And again, it could end up being the difference between winning or losing a game. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away. Nasty cutter there by Criswell, the former Boston Red Sox, now Seattle Mariner. No balls and 2 strikes with runners on the corners at first and third and 1 out. Top of the 7th inning, 1-0 Padres. And if we want to win this game, we got to keep it at 1-0. 0-2 pitch. And a hard hit ball towards first. Run does score, and now it is 2-0. San Diego. Naylor had no chance on trying to get that double play based on where he was in between first and second there. And again, if we're going to be down 2-0, we can't be down any more than this. And that's just kind of unfortunate that Naylor wasn't closer, to being able to tag that runner and, make him, make his way back first for the double play. So, but again, the game is still in reach. We're only down 2. And again, we just have to have Randy exit Vasquez and, hopefully hope for the best. 0-1 pitch. Popped up. And that one hits the netting and goes into foul territory, into the front row. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 2 outs. 2-0 Padres. And hopefully we don't give up any more runs the rest of the way, because if we do, it's going to be tough sledding to win this game. And all it takes is one pitcher to have a meltdown, and we can come back, in a half inning. But the longer that Vasquez stays in and he's still, on his game, then it's going to be, instead of a 3-inning sprint, it'll be a 2-inning sprint. And, we are good in the 8th and the 9th inning traditionally, but a lot of pressure when you're playing a good team when you're down 2-0. 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Freddie Fermin. One-two pitch, a little dribbler. And that's the one that we needed, on that, previous batter. And that is out number 3. Criswell gives up a run and doesn't look that great in that particular inning. But again, now, we got a 3-inning sprint, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, to try to put up 2 runs and find a way to win this game 3-2 by any means necessary. All right, let's see who's up next here for the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Now, it's supposed to be Luke Raley, 5-hole hitter, right fielder, 0 for 1. Batting second in the 6-hole, shortstop, 0 for 2, J.P. Crawford. And then batting third, 1 for 2 in the 7-hole, Dominic Canzone. And let's look to see. But Maury Hone is still warming up, so it looks like we're going to get at least one more at-bat between Dom and Luke, since Vasquez is only at 79 pitches. So we have to make sure that we make the most of these at-bats. And they just made the substitution. Looks like Maury Hone is coming in. So they're going to definitely, try to strategy, on us. And again, Maury Hone is coming in. And again, this won't be easy. And I assume then we're going to end up having, Rob Refsnyder and then Connor Joe coming in. Unless they decide to keep Luke Raley in. But, based on how Dan is managed, they usually, once they go to a lefty, then we bring in the righties. That's, same thing. When we have righties, then we bring in the lefties. So we'll see how this goes here. All right, got Connor Joe is in. All right, Connor Joe is hitting for Luke Raley. He'll be playing in right. And Adrian Morejon is on the mound. And that's kind of crazy that they decided to, take Vasquez out. He definitely could have went one more inning, but, hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of this. Yeah, I mean, a lot of our pitchers have not got enough run support, Hancock obviously has felt the good chunk of that brunt of that, but, Kirby, definitely could have used a little bit more, Castillo and Gilbert, and obviously we got Miller back now as well, but, but you got to think, Hancock is probably the one besides Castillo that has needed it the most. And, obviously one of those guys has been good, Hancock, and the other has not, Castillo. So first pitch is high and away from Morejon to Connor Joe, 1-0 count. And hopefully if we have Connor Joe, Rob Refsnyder, these guys are going to come in for, Luke Raley and Dominic Canzone, then they have to be productive. Otherwise, if not, then, there's a chance that we could lose 2-0, and we don't want that. 1-0 pitch, high and away, but called strike on the line. Change up 92 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Adrian Morejon to Connor Joe. Come on, Connor. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to Connor Joe. Yo, Joe. Let's go, Connor. Morejon on the mound, Connor Joe in the box. 2-1 pitch, and Joe fouls it back to the T-Mobile bricks. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Morejon to Joe. But also, some of the issues with the lack of run support is that, we just have good pitchers that we're going against, and it just so happens that Hancock is also, pitching well in that game. That's a part of it as well. So we definitely have seen quite a few, talented pitchers already, within the first quarter of the season. 2-2 pitch, low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count now is full from Morejon to Connor Joe. Come on, Joe. Three-two pitch, and Joe fouls that one behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks again. Count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Mariners are down by 2, but it's still reachable. But again, if we can get to 1 in the 7th or the 8th, it'll definitely make us feel better going into the 9th. 3-2 pitch to Joe. And Connor Joe with a great at-bat. Because again, when Refsnyder and Joe are up, we probably assume that they're going to pop up or strike out most of the time. And for Joe to be able to force the walk, great job. Connor Joe to first. Next up is JP Crawford, and then I assume filling in for Dominic Canzone will be Rob Refsnyder. Come on, JP. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. And again, if we can end up getting JP walked and we can have this mini meltdown by Morejon, that could really open the door up for not only Refsnyder, but also Cole Young and Pareda after that. 1-0 pitch, high and away, but in the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to JP Crawford. Come on, JP. Single, double, triple, home run, get hit by a pitch, take a walk, keep it going. 1-1 pitch to Crawford, and JP pops up. Should be a routine play here for the Padres. And that is 1 away. And now filling in for Dominic Canzone. My guess was right, Rob Refsnyder. Come on, Rob. Started off the season 0 for 20-ish, but since then, has been a streaky hitter, but has, occasionally, come up with, a big hit, a big RBI or a big home run. They're few and far between Joe and Refsnyder and Garver, but it is possible. First pitch from Morihon to Ref Snyder. Little dribbler towards third base and foul. Change up 92 miles an hour there by Adrian Morihon. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2-0 Padres. Runner at first with 1 out. And again, if we can get at least one, unless we can just get that unexpected home run, and if we get that, then the momentum shifts to Seattle. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And looks like he does. No balls and 2 strikes to Rob Refsnyder. Trident's up. Let's go M's. 0-2 pitch from Morihon. And Refsnyder fouls it away into right field. No balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first. Connor Joe with 1 out. Come on, Mariner Moose. We need that Soto mojo, that Mariner magic. We got Joe at first with the walk. And now we got Rob Refsnyder with a 0-2 count. Come on, Rob. 0-2 pitch to Refsnyder. Low and at the knees with that sinker. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 2-0 Padres. And we got to try to be able to get to 1, here in the 7th, at least. 1 in the 8th, and maybe even 1 in the 9th. 1-2 pitch to Refsnyder. And a lazy swing there. Gets fooled by Morihon, and that is 2 away. Not the greatest at-bat there for Rob Refsnyder. Next up, 1 for 2, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. He can do it defensively, and he can do it offensively. Let's see if we can get a big hit here out of Cole. Maybe we can end up getting an RBI or a big single or double here by Cole Young. Come on, Cole. Little dribbler, and that's going to be a routine play. Toe tap on the bag by Sheets, and that is out number 3. Not a whole lot, that we're able to get going here against Morihon as well as Randy Vasquez. And now it's going to come down to a 2-inning sprint. We're going to need 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th. And, we're going to have to try to be able to win this game 3-2 somehow, some way. We need a miracle. And we definitely can't allow them to score any more runs. 2 is going to be, hard enough to even getting to 1 is going to be, hard. But if they score another run, I don't want to say it's essentially over, but it probably is essentially over if they get to 3 or 4 runs at this point, unless they have one of the most epic meltdowns possible. And remember, in the 9th, they'll probably bring in Mason Miller if they're ahead. So you're not going to get anything against Mason Miller, at least, most players don't. So, all right, let's go to the top of the 8th inning, and hopefully we can hold them to 2 here. Next up, for the Padres, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, which is rare, Jackson Merrill. Batting second, 0 for 3 right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr. And batting third in the 3-hole third baseman Manny Machado. So Connor Joe is going to go to right field. Refsnyder is the new DH. And now we have Jose Ferrer coming in for Cooper Criswell, who took the game from 1-0 to 2-0 and didn't really look very good. And now we have to pray the Jose Ferrer that comes in is the good Jose, not the bad. Because if he ends up giving up a run, essentially the game is over. Got to keep it within 2. All right, Jose. Congratulations on your new baby girl. And hopefully that'll give you the motivation to get this done. But again, it's not like we haven't come back, from a deficit before. Hell, the maximum amount of runs that we can come back from is about 5. So, and we've done it many times, 4 or 5 runs, so getting 2 in this game is going to be tough. It's almost like trying to get 4 in another game, but, we've done it before. We can do it again. It's the top of the 8th inning. Jose Ferrer coming into the game. Hopefully he'll be better than Cooper Criswell. And again, Jackson Merrill, they're at the top of the order. Merrill, Tatis Jr., and Machado. But those 3 guys really haven't done anything in the game yet, and let's keep it that way. Trident's up. Let's go M's. We got to have that blind faith. First pitch, fouled off himself. 0-1 count. Come on, Mariner Moose. You know what we need. We need that Soto mojo, that Mariner magic. Bring it to us. And it's not like we have 0 hits. We got 4, which isn't great, but, again, just haven't been able to, get anything on Randy Vasquez. And then Morihone, is one of the better guys, in the bullpen for them, and weren't able to capitalize on him at this moment. 0-1 pitch. After that first one is fouled off, line drive to JP. There we go. And that is 1 away. Good defense there by JP Crawford today in this Friday night event. Down goes Jackson, and that is 1 away. Next up is Fernando Tatis Jr. On deck is Manny Machado. And hopefully we can get those 2 batters out and hope for a miracle in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch paints the corner beautifully there to Tatis Jr. 0-1 count. So far, this looks like the good Jose. And again, he's got extra motivation with a new baby girl. And we have about, 5, 6, 7, new dads, obviously on the team. Some of them obviously had babies in the off season and, a few during. So, and now we got Johnny Pereda there with a little mound visit with Ferrer, and Naylor and Ferrer chopping it up. Welcome back to the team. And we still don't have Gabe Spire, our number 3, and Matt Brash, our number 1. But we should be getting them back within about a week. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, and that's barring any setbacks that either one may have. So, no balls and 2 strikes to Fernando Tatis Jr. So far, so good here with Jose. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Julio is there. In the no-fly zone. Great catch. And that is 2 away. Nice job there by Julio Rodriguez. Tatis Jr. flies out to the no-fly zone. Julio. And next up is Manny Machado. Just got to find somehow, some way to win this game 3-2 in regulation or in extras. First pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch from Ferrer, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Manny Machado. Top of the 8th inning, 2-0 San Diego with nobody on and 2 outs. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for San Diego. 0 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Seattle. And, Emerson Hancock played well. Criswell gave up the other run. And again, it's hard to win games, when you don't get to 5 runs. There's always going to be a chance you could win when you score 1-3, but again, still on the donut at the 0 here so far. 2-1 pitch fouled off. That knocks over that padding behind the plate. Sinker 97 miles an hour there by Jose Ferrer. Giancarlo Stanton, Trout, Judge, Goldschmidt, and Machado for active home run leaders. 2-2 pitch popped up and out of play. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Manny Machado. Top of the 8th inning, 2-0 San Diego with nobody on and 2 outs. And got him. There we go. Nice job there by Jose Ferrer. And again, we got the good Jose. And I like that. Haters will always hate. Plus a lot of people are bandwagon fans, and you know how that goes. All right, let's see if we can make up for, some of the inability to hit in those first 7 innings. And again, we're down to our last 2 innings to try to come back and get this dub. Got to have that blind faith. Win it for Riz. Next up, in the 9-hole, 0 for 2 with a K, catcher Johnny Pereda. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K, third baseman Brendan Donovan. Let's go, Donnie. We need you. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Try to dance up. Let's go, M's. Nobody's going to come in here and disrespect us and think that they're going to continue to be able to do that with no consequences. Doesn't work like that. All right, we gained 2 more subs since the last commercial break. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of karma for the hater. We're at 60 on the dono train for the Paisley Pup Vet Fund that I got to go on Monday. 40 to go. And we're at 125 likes, 75 to 200. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Just got to find a way. And let's see if they're going to continue with Morejon or they're going to go with someone else. And they're going to bring in Adam. This might be actually good for us. All right, Jason Adam is coming in. And he is a righty, so unfortunate that we're not going to have Luke Raley or Dominic Canzone. They obviously managed that very well. But hopefully Jason Adam will have a fucking meltdown right here, and then we can come back and win this game. He definitely has a weird release when he watches pitches. Kind of has a moment where he freezes before the ball ends up getting to the catcher. First pitch takes a strike looking right down the middle. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour to Johnny Pareda. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jason Adam to Pareda. One pitch, big swing and a miss. Nasty slider there by Jason Adam. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Johnny Pareda. One, two pitch, check swing, and that is strike 3. Yeah, plus a lot of people that hate, they're not even really fans of the other team that we're playing. They have parlays and bets, and they're just mad that they are not going to win their parlay rather than actually being a fan, of that particular team. Call is confirmed. I don't know. Didn't really think Pareda had a chance on getting that one anyways, and that is 1 away. Next up, third baseman. 0 for 3 with a K. He had a double, triple, and a single yesterday, and we need to get that version of Donnie here in the box. Let's go, Brendan Donovan. First pitch is low and at the knees, 1-0 count. And we definitely need a meltdown of some kind, a walk, someone getting hit, unless we're able to, get back-to-back hits here. Yeah, definitely got to score now because, again, once Miller comes in, the game's over. I mean, nobody gets fucking hits on Miller, let alone runs or home runs. I mean, he doesn't even really give up hits. So, now, is it possible that someone could get a hit, on Miller? Yeah, but if you've watched him this year or even in his career when he was on the Athletics and now on the Padres, he is the closest thing to unhittable, that we have in the game right now as far as a closer. 2-0 pitch. Hard hit ball. Deep right field. Fading foul. Damn. If that would have stayed fair, that would have made the game 2-1, and that would have put us in really good position. Come on, Donnie. Two-one pitch. And a little line drive up the middle. Run, Donnie, run! And safe. There we go. Infield single there by Brendan Donovan. Great job. Here we go. Nice job, Donnie. Especially being 0-3 up to this point. And same thing with Julio. You got a chance now to go 1 for 4. Let's go, J-Rod. You've done a good job in the outfield and no-fly zone, but we need that bat to come alive. Single, double, triple, home run. You hit a home run here, and the game is 2-2. Momentum shifts back to Seattle. First pitch is low and away, 1-0 count. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And we definitely have a better chance on getting some hits on Adam than we did on Morihon. 1-0 pitch, high and inside. If Julio's smart here, he might even be able to force a walk. But will he have the patience to get to that point? 2 balls and no strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Come on, J-Rod. 2-0 pitch, high and inside. Good patience by not swinging. 3 balls and no strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Come on, J-Rod. Come on, Julio. Donnie is at first. And there we go. Ball 4 to Julio. Meltdown. I like it. Now we got runners at first and second with 1 out. And again, if the Padres were smart, they probably should have let Randy Vasquez pitch 1 more inning and then went with Morihon and then, Mason Miller. But again, they went with Morihon and then maybe should have had Morihon go 2 innings. But again, I'm happy that we ended up having the pitching change here to Jason Adam. And again, even though we're not going to have Luke Raley or Dominic Canzone for the rest of the game, as they have Mason Miller warming up, that's a sight that you don't want to see. And now we got Josh Naylor, who can end up hitting a 3-run blast to give us a 3-2 lead, or even getting an RBI single or double to get us to 2-1 or maybe even 2-2. Let's go, Josh. Next up, after him, on deck, Randy Arozarena. Let's go. And no matter how bad the game looks, within the first, 5, 6, 7, 8 innings, as long as the game is still going, you have a chance to be able to come back and hope for that meltdown by the opposing team. And so far, we're getting a mini meltdown here from Jason Adam, and we're happy. First pitch from Adam to Josh Naylor. He's having a hard time hitting the strike zone now, 1-0 count. And again, if we just have patience here, we might be able to get the bases loaded and just walk in the runner from third, unless we can get that perfect ball to hit right down the middle. 1-0 pitch to Naylor. Naylor, hard hit ball, deep center field, all the way back to the wall. Merrill catches it, and everyone has to go back. Damn, what a play. And again, the outfield, for the Jackson Merrill at center and Ramon Laureano in left, there's not a whole lot that ends up dropping. And that's just a damn shame. That would have been amazing if we could have gotten an RBI single or double or home run there by Naylor. But that is 1 away. Tough break there for the Mariners. Or 2 away, excuse me. Next up is Randy Arozarena. Randy in the box, and then Connor Joe on deck. Are they going to grab Miller now? So they're going to bring in Miller for the 8th and the 9th, huh? Or, maybe he won't even have to be in, obviously. But we'll see what they decide to do here. All right, best closer in the game is going to go against Randy, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. right, Mason Miller coming into the game to face Randy Arozarena. Oh, 1 pitch to Randy, low and away after taking a strike right down the middle with that slider by Miller. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, 2-0 Padres. Come on, Randy. One pitch, low and away. 4-seam fastball missing by Miller. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. Come on, Randy. 2-1 pitch for Miller. Big swing and a miss. Got fooled on that slider. 88 miles an hour, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, 2-0 Padres. Xavier in the building. What's good? 2-2 pitch to Randy. Broken bat, little blooper. And everyone is safe. Let's go. We got extremely lucky with the broken bat and that everyone was able to, be safe there. But great job with Randy as that bat goes into a billion pieces. And now we have runners at first, second, and third. And again, too bad Luke Raley isn't in the game because this would be, who you would want up. But let's see if Connor Joe can give us a little bit of magic or maybe even force a walk to get this game to 2-1. Unless he's able to come up with a huge play here. First pitch is low and at the knees, 1-0 count. Good patience there by Connor Joe. A little bit more of a patient hitter than Refsnyder. So let's see if Joe can find a way to get a walk, to get this game to 2-1 or a big RBI. 1-0 pitch from Miller. Right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Connor Joe. Bottom of the 8th, bases loaded with 2 outs, 2-0 Padres, and the Mariners are in a position to finally get on the board for the first time in a long time. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Connor Joe. Come on, Connor. Two-one pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Joe. 2 balls and 2 strikes with bases loaded and 2 outs. Two-two pitch to Joe. High and away. Oh, man. Paisley. They're going to challenge this pitch to see if this is strike 3. Ends up being a ball. Padres lose their challenge, and they don't have any more now. Mason Miller on the mound. Connor Joe. Let's see if he can force the walk here. Unless he ends up finding a good, pitch to hit. Take the walk, Joe, if it's there. And Joe crushes it behind the plate. Foul. Trajectory of that pitch looked like it might have been a ball. But based on the pitch graph, it probably would have hit the corner. Bottom of the 8th inning, bases loaded with 2 outs. Mason Miller on the mound, the best closer in the game. Connor Joe in the box with bases loaded, and we're down 2. Come on, Joe. Take the walk if it's there. 3-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. Fuck. And we leave bases loaded, stranded, and that might have been our only chance. I mean, we're still going to have one more chance in the ninth, but man, it would have been really nice to get at least one. But again, we know when Mason Miller is on the mound, he typically doesn't give up anything. So, but at least we ended up having a chance, but we didn't come through. All right, end of the 8th inning, 2-0 Padres. Let's see who's up next here in the top of the 9th for San Diego. Next up for the Padres, 1-for-2 with a run, base on ball and a K, first baseman Gavin Sheets. Batting second in the 5-hole, 1-for-3 shortstop Xander Bogaerts. And batting third, the MVP for the game here today, 2-for-3 with a run and an RBI, DHing Miguel Andujar. Trident's up, let's go M's. $45 likes to go to 24,100. We're at 60 on the Dono train. 40 to go for the Paisley Pup Vet Fund that I have to go on Monday. And let's see how close we are to 200 on the likes. We are at 137. All right, 63 more to get to 200. And Mariners are bringing in Alex Hoppe. All right, hopefully Hoppe will be clean here and can get a couple punch outs, and the defense can help him a little bit here, because obviously if they score anything, it's gonna feel like the game is already over. But it's hard enough to even get one at this point, and if they're gonna have Miller out there again, we could end this game obviously at the score that it is now, but we just have to pray that we can get something. Yeah, but really all we needed, all day is that last pitch to be a ball, and the game is 2-1, and then we don't know if that next batter ends up getting that big hit. So, we ended up getting bases loaded. We just needed that last pitch to be a ball, and Miller ended up getting it in the strike zone. So, first pitch is high and away, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch is low and away, 2 balls and no strikes to Gavin Sheets. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike from Hoppe to Sheets. Top of the 9th inning, 2-0 Padres with nobody on and no outs. Unfortunate bases loaded, stranded for the Mariners there in the bottom of the 8th, but we have one more crack at it. 2-1 pitch and a little blooper there to Randy in left field. And a nice base knock there from Gavin Sheets. Next up in the 5-hole, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. And plus this Padre team is one of the best in baseball. I mean, obviously we were able to play very well and play up to the competition when we played the Braves, but anytime you play, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Braves, the Yankees, you hope for the best, and you know how good those teams are. So Johnson is pinch running for Sheets at first. And a little dribbler here up the middle. Not enough time for a double play. Throw to first. Wild throw. Jesus Christ. Come on, JP. Call up Colt Emerson now. What was that? I mean, I get it. This might be the last year that you're on the team with Luis Castillo, but what was that, JP? He loves that sidearm throw, but again, that sidearm approach is not very accurate. Terrible. And essentially, JP, probably took the chance of us, maybe coming back, away right there. Because now they're probably going to score at least a run or two. JP. For every one thing that you do good, there's always something that you do bad this season. First pitch fouled off by Endwar. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Dribbled down third base and foul. No balls and 2 strikes from Hoppy to Endwar. Yeah, but also you have to be realistic, when you can see the game slipping away. There's going to be times where we're going to make the epic comeback and we are going to win. But sometimes, you got to be true to yourself, and watching the game and the flow of the game, this doesn't really feel like we're coming back. I hope we will, but doesn't feel like it. Nice catch there by Cole Young. At least somebody can play defense there. And that is 1 away. Great play there by Cole Young. You can always count on him more times than not to make the big play. Next up is Ramon Laureano, and it would be a blessing if we can end up keeping those runners at second and third, only down 2. So it looks like Miller will be done, and then Jeremiah Estrada will be coming in. That could be good for us. 1-0 pitch popped up. Shallow center field. Don't drop it, JP. There we go. And that is 2 away. Runners still stay at second and third. And Alex Hoppy getting a little bit of help behind him, thankfully. Down goes Ramon Laureano. And hopefully the last batter for the Padres here in the 9th will be 8-hole hitter, shortstop Sung Moon Song. And if we can get a meltdown, with that last pitcher, considering it won't be Mason Miller, there will be a chance. First pitch from Hoppy in there for a strike to Song, 0-1 count. Top of the 9th inning, 2-0 Padres. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Alex Hoppy on the mound. Song in the box. And a deep fly ball into right field. There we go. Nice job there by Connor Joe for out number 3. All right, Mariner fans, we got one last chance here in the bottom of the 9th to get 2 to tie and 3 to win. See if we can get a little bit of that Mariner magic here. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 3, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second would have been Dominic Canzone, but obviously when they switch pitchers, now it is Rob Refsnyder, 0 for 1 with a K. And batting third, hopefully the hero, 1 for 3, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. Let's go, Cole. We've seen Cole come up big, in games in the 8th and the 9th inning, and we're going to definitely need a little bit of that Mariner Moose magic here again. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. We got to dig deep here. 45 subs to go to 24,100. We're at 60 on the Dono train, 40 to go. And we're at 150 likes. Let's see if we can get 50 more to make it 200. And any donos that we get today, tomorrow, and Sunday will go towards my vet visit for Paisley. She's got, I think, an ear infection, so I assume it's going to end up costing a little bit. So anything that can be done will be greatly appreciated. Bottom of the ninth inning, 2-0 San Diego. Oh, Miller is out. They were teasing like they were going to have another pitcher come out, but they lied, and Miller is still out there. So now this is going to be extra difficult, but not impossible. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 count. How dare they tease us that he's going to be coming out, and then they have him come back. But that's what they did. 0-1 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. From Mason Miller, the best closer in the game, to J.P. Crawford. Defensive change, they got Ty France, the former Mariner, at first. 1-1 pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Mason Miller on the mound. J.P. Crawford in the box. Come on, J.P. Two 2-1 pitch, high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. J.P. Crawford. Come on, J.P. Take the walk if it's there. There we go. A little bit of a mini meltdown. You don't see Miller walking too many guys. And 3-1 pitch, high and away. And we end up getting a walk. JP is on board. Tying run is on board. Let's go. Next up is Rob Refsnyder and then Cole Young. Come on, Rob. First pitch to Refsnyder, big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Ends up being a ball from Miller there. 1 ball and 1 strike from Miller to Refsnyder. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike right there on the line. 1-2 strike from Miller to Refsnyder. One-two pitch to Refsnyder, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Miller to Refsnyder. Bottom of the ninth, runner at first, JP with no outs. Last chance here for the Mariners, and we're going against the best closer in the game, but that doesn't mean that we can't get the job done here. 2-2 pitch, low and away. Miller is having a little bit of a mini meltdown, and we don't get to say that often in baseball terms, especially for Mason Miller. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Rob Refsnyder. Come on, Rob. Take the walk if it's there. Oh my God. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. No patience from Rob. And that is 1 away. Next up is Cole Young. Come on, Cole. We need Cole Young to hit a 2-run blast right here. I mean, a single and double would be great too, but I mean, considering we got Pareda up next. First pitch in there for a strike to Cole Young, 0-1 count. Bottom of the ninth, 2-0 Padres. Runner at first, JP, with 1 out. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. Good patience there by Young. Oh, they're going to have Mitch Garver come in next. That gives us a little bit better of a chance than Pareda. And Young with a big base knock into right field. Run, JP, run! And JP has to bump the brakes at second base. There we go. Nice job there by Cole Young. He's very clutch, usually in the 8th and the 9th inning. Nice job there, Cole. Way to pull that baseball there into right field. Beautiful follow-through swing. We love Cole Young. And now filling in for Johnny Pareda, Mitch Garver. Come on, Mitch. We're on Fox tomorrow. And then Sunday Night Baseball on Sunday. Garver did hit a home run yesterday. Can he do it again and be the hero? Come on, Mitch, be the hero. Mitch has only got one home run, but he did hit it yesterday. Not impossible. Imagine us winning with a walk-off by Garver, winning 3-2 and doing it on Miller. How incredible would that be? Or even tying this game up and winning 3-2 in extras. I mean, that's a big ask, but it's not like we haven't got, guys on. We had bases loaded in the 8th, and now we got runners at 1st and 2nd in the bottom of the 9th. You just got to convert. 0-1 pitch. Bad swing there by Garver, low and away. Got fooled on that slider. No balls and 2 strikes with runners at 1st and 2nd and 1 out. 2-0 Padre lead. Come on. Oh, 2 pitch for Miller. Big swing and a miss, and down goes Garver. That's disappointing. And that is 2 away. But again, you don't really expect a whole lot out of Ref Snyder, Joe, Garver, or Pareda. You just have to try to stay afloat while Cal is out. All right. Last but potentially, hopefully not least, third baseman Brandon Donovan, who did have a double, triple, and a single yesterday. Missed the home run yesterday for the cycle. And let's see if Donnie can end up being a hero here. First pitch, Donnie with a laser towards right field and foul. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Come on, Donnie. And on deck is Julio. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Bottom of the 9th inning. Mason Miller on the mound. Brendan Donovan in the box with runners at 1st and 2nd. 0-1 pitch. Low and into the dirt. 4-seam fastball missing there. 1 ball and 1 strike. From Mason Miller to Brandon Donovan. Come on, Donnie. I mean, it's not like we've had a whole lot of opportunities in this game. But again, we had a chance in the 8th. We didn't come up there. Got to do it here in the 9th. 1-1 pitch for Miller. Check swing. And ends up going towards third base and foul. Too bad we couldn't get a check swing for a double like the Mariners did in their farm system yesterday. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning. We're down by 2. Brandon Donovan in the box. Mason Miller on the mound. Julio Rodriguez on deck. Come on, Donnie. 1-2 pitch. High and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brandon Donovan. Come on, Donnie. The best closer in the game on the mound. 2-2 pitch to Donnie. Big swing and a miss. And that is it. Mason Miller screaming at the sports gods. And an unfortunate ending to a game where we really couldn't get our footing. And again, pitching was great. We had a few opportunities, but we didn't cash in. And Emerson Hancock, another good game, but no run support. And sometimes this happens. We're not going to put up a 0 very often. But again, the Padres have our number, winning 4 in a row against the Mariners. And we got Logan Gilbert on the mound tomorrow. And then we got George Kirby on Sunday. So still got to find a way to get the job done. And, let's go over the stat line here in the game. hopefully we can end up winning a game for Rick Riz. Final score, Padres 2, Mariners 1. And let's go over the stat line here real quick for both teams. All right, Jackson Merrill, leadoff hitter, 0 for 4. Fernando Tatis Jr., 0 for 4. Manny Machado, 0 for 4, and they still ended up winning. That's crazy. Gavin Sheets, 2 for 3 with a run. He was one of the heroes for the team. Xander Bogaerts, 2 for 4. He had a good game. Miguel Andujar was the other hero of the game, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run. Ramon Laureano made some pretty big plays in left field and went 2 for 4. Sung Moon Song, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And then Freddie Fermin, 0 for 3. And then let's go to the Mariners side. Brandon Donovan goes 1 for 5. Julio, 0 for 3. Naylor, 1 for 4. Randy, 2 for 4. Luke Raley, 0 for 1 before they brought in, obviously, Connor Joe, who ended up going 0 for 1 as well. JP Crawford, 0 for 3. Cole Young, 2 for 4. And Johnny Pareda, 0 for 3. And it's just kind of disappointing, considering how good Emerson Hancock did. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 6 Ks, 91 pitches, 64 strikes. He left the game with a 1-0 lead, but then Cooper Criswell came in and gave up another run. And hard to win a game when you can't even get a run, but hopefully we'll play better. Vasquez gets the win, Hancock gets the loss, Miller gets the save, and hopefully we can rebound tomorrow with Logan Gilbert on the mound. And he did have his, career high in 2026, 9 Ks. So, again, and we probably won't see Miller tomorrow, so we should have a good chance to get a good dub tomorrow. So final score, Padres 2, Mariners 0. And again, I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. And shout out to Isaac and Chris, as well as Chandler, to get us to 60 on the Dono train to help out with my pups issue going to the vet on Monday with the ear infection. Appreciate you guys very, very much, as well as all the people that like, sub, donated, commented, and shared. And again, I got one question for you. Talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Final score, Padres 2, Mariners 0. Tridents up, and go Mariners.